The truth about Undercover Billionaire. Is the American dream still alive? Can you start from the ground, rags, and build up to riches? If you're wondering what the answers to these questions are, then you aren't alone. Glenn Stearns, a business mogul, took these questions to a bigger level when he created the Undercover Billionaire. Welcome to the world of X. We're obsessed with the rich, so we bring you all the inspiring stories and information to help you be like them. Subscribe to our channel and give this video a like as we prepare more insightful videos like this one for you in the future. If you're feeling lucky, why not press the bell icon so anytime we upload a new video, you get to see them first. What if everyone could be successful? What if there are enough opportunities for everyone to achieve their wildest dreams? And what if where you came from and your background has nothing to do with your climb towards success? That would be the American dream come to pass. And Glenn Stearns wanted to put to test these very beliefs that built America. He does it in a very unique and challenging way. Reality TV, America's favourite pastime. What is Undercover Billionaire? So you might still be wondering what the Undercover Billionaire is. Glenn Stearns created a reality TV show featuring himself, tasked to create $1 million business out of $100 and a truck. Now, it isn't that easy. Considering Stearns is worth a lot of money, he could easily set this up. The real deal is that he must execute his mission in a new town, with no friends and nobody, not even a family. Just a hard-working American, hungry to make something of his life. Now he must put his own money on the line. If you're wondering what else the show has in the bag, here are some truths about the Undercover Billionaire as aired by Discovery. The truth about Undercover Billionaire. The show didn't air in 2020, but had a special episode. The Undercover Billionaire made its debut in 2019. It made a lot of buzz, but the reviews and ratings were not enough. It also didn't air in 2020. Rather, the producers had a special episode which aired on August 18th in 2020. The episode was titled Return to Erie and amassed a viewership of 660,000 and a rating of 0.14. To check out the episode, look for Return to Erie. What most viewers want to know is the behind-the-scenes story. Interestingly, most people seem to be doubting the show as people have taken to Google and other forums to seek the facts behind the scenes of the Undercover Billionaire and the stars featured in it. Maybe this is because of America's history with reality TV shows and some of the sour revelations we've had over the years. The show creator Glenn Stearns once took part in a reality TV show, which is the source of the inspiration for the Undercover Billionaire. He said that experience was one of the best experiences he has ever had. Perhaps he just wanted to relive the experience while inspiring many Americans to dream again. There were times they had to break out of character. The show was supposed to be real, right? So why did Stearns break out of character sometimes during the show? Well, you can only go so far with the cover story, and Mr. Stearns said he wasn't ready to commit a crime. Certain things like buying a piece of real estate could only be done with his real name and not the made-up one, of course. Grant Cardone, also known as Louis Curtis in the show, had to use his real name for incidents like his COVID test. Glenn Stearns owns one of the top 20 mortgage lenders. Stearns Lending is one of the many companies owned by the lead star of the Undercover Billionaire. He quit his job after 10 months of working to start his company at the age of 25. He has since started several other business ventures, but Stearns Lending is probably the most successful that the Blackstone, the world's largest private equity firm, had to get a piece of the pie when they bought a large percentage of the company. Unfortunately, it took a bad turn later on and is currently valued at a small sum. The show is not fake. This is perhaps the biggest concern most people have about the show. Is it fake? By all looks, the show is real and actually wasn't scripted. It's said that Stearns had to seek out Discovery for a time before they finally asked him to put his money where his mouth is and commit his money if he wants to make it happen, which Stearns obliged to and took up the challenge. For us viewers, this only made the show more entertaining. It wasn't only a task, but also a challenge, and by entering, Stearns had to risk losing his own money. What amount do you think he had to put at stake? Let us know down in the comments. None of the cast of Season 2 are worth $1 billion. This one was a shocker for us, but wait for the real shocker in the next few truths about the Undercover Billionaire. Grant Cardone and the rest of the stars who featured in the second season of the show are not billionaires, even though the title of the show is Undercover Billionaire. Well, it doesn't mean they are not worth a good amount of millions, with Grant having about $300 million in the bank and multiple businesses in the running. But facts are facts, right? On to the next shocker. Glenn Stearns is not a billionaire. As a show titled Undercover Billionaire, we should at least expect that the lead star is somewhat a billionaire. But no, we don't get that with this show. Stearns is an extremely accomplished business mogul, running multiple businesses, but he doesn't have $1 billion in the bank, and we were heartbroken to hear that. According to Forbes, Stearns' secretary made it clear he doesn't discuss private and financial matters, but from the evaluations he barely scratched the $500 million mark. This doesn't mean to write off his fortunes, but that is a far cry from the $1 billion mark. Interestingly, when asked, the Discovery Channel said they still stand by the title of the show, but for an obscure reason the show was called off, saying that they didn't get much attention and the right ratings, because they run the show in the middle of an election and government change. His own money was at stake. Stearns and the rest of the stars of the show had to put up a whopping $1 million of their own money on the line. By accepting the experiment, they couldn't leave all the people who helped in the towns behind if their businesses failed to make the $1 million valuation by an independent person, so they had to put their money where their mouth was. The whole idea was to ignite the American dream. On a refreshing note, the whole idea of the show was to show us as Americans that there is still an opportunity and the American dream is still alive. Anyone with a dream can make it, no matter their background. Conclusion. So, what do you think? Have you watched the show? And if you had, did it inspire you? Or do you think the show is far-fetched and didn't reflect the real challenges on the ground for the ordinary American? Subscribe to The World of X for more great information like this.